Hi there, I'm Sam. It's the 3 minutes X value. Today's topic is gratitude, grateful. So, the power of gratitude is great. Just take a while, close your eyes now, then imagine one person, one event, or one situation that you are grateful about right now. Okay, 3 seconds. Okay, for example, like for myself, every day I'll do this gratitude when I wake up and go to bathe. So I'd say the first thing is I'm grateful for being alive. So open your eyes now. At least if you are looking at this video right now, you are alive. So be grateful about it because not everybody is. I mean, people tend to go off, and nowadays like people can just go off suddenly. So be grateful. First thing, like what I think I've been doing this for months. The first thing that I'm grateful for when I'm doing it's part of my morning ritual. So when I bathe, the first thing I'm grateful is I'm alive. So you should be grateful about this too. I mean, at least, or if you have other things like, for example, the okay, wait a minute. Okay, for example, the think of a think of an event that makes you proud and excited. Like for example, you score very well when you're in childhood days, or the teacher or someone actually, or at work, someone actually give you a praise for your work, for your effort. Oh, you do so and so, you do good for this. Oh, you're so good at this, you are awesome at this. Oh, thank you so much for your, they appreciate your work. Or think of an event, probably like a newborn. Oh, your baby just give birth. We when think of when your baby just got born into this world, how are you feeling? I mean, it's a great feeling, and you feel proud, you feel excited about those moments. So think of the human brain is very powerful. So when directed correctly, it can change the chemicals, biochemicals inside our body. So when you think of those things, one amazing thing is if you recall right now. So just now, if you go through the simple action, I mean, think of it. When you're thinking of those things, the human brain can't really think of other thing else because the question that I posed, like think of one thing you're grateful for, think of things that you're excited and proud of. So negative things, negative energy won't be going in when you're thinking of gratitude, when you're grateful for something. So you can't feel angry, you can't feel negative stuff when you're thinking of grateful. So use this powerful, ask yourself this powerful question, like what are you grateful for today? Then I remember that just now I mentioned one of my first is I'm grateful for being alive and in good health. So I actually hear this summarize this story from Chen Nanzi. He's one of the Anthony Robbins, I think Asia representative or something. So he mentioned about this story whereby he interviewed before Fortune 500 company CEO. So the CEO, he asked the CEO, do you think you are successful? The CEO said, I'm not successful. And I said, why you're not successful? Because the CEO replied, I'm not successful because I should be making 50 million instead of 5 million a year. I'm not successful because my kids should listen to me and go to, I think it's Stanford, instead they go to Harvard. And I'm not successful because my wife don't listen to me every single thing. So by his category of successful, it might be very challenging, because if I were to be at his level, I mean, I think majority of the population would be quite happy and feel good about it. But there was another seminar where he meet another guy, a young man wearing a singlet, just look very plain and normal, and he asked the guy, hey, young chap, do you think you're successful? And the young chap replied, of course, I'm successful. Every day when I mean, I think he say in Chinese, so translation would be something like this. Of course, I think I'm successful because every day I'm standing above the ground and not below the ground. So what does that mean? So standing above the ground means you're alive. You're not below the ground, which normally dead people got buried, they buried below the ground. So every day he's successful because being alive to him is successful, because being alive you have the power, the energy to do a lot of things, to create, to love, to a lot of things. But when you're dead, nothing you can do. So his definition of successful is different, and by adjusting the definition or expectation, the feeling is different. So like for example, okay, I'm past the 3 minutes again, but I'm gonna carry on. For example, myself, past I think 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, I had a argument with my wife. So I can't really recall. I just remember that I came back after a long day of work. Then after that, she just threw something at me. I mean, throw as in words, throw something at me, and statement or something. I forget what's the topic. Then I was like, what happened? Is like, what's all this fuss? And I was, at the moment, I was like, so pissed off. But my self-awareness kicked in and I detect it. So I just keep quiet and think of this goodness, think of her goodness. I think of I ask myself this again powerful question. First of all, you have to be aware, and then after that, aware will trigger that mechanism. So I ask myself, think of her goodness. What's good in her? I think, oh, okay. Think of the past where she was like so so adorable in a way that when we go out, how she will act and behave. How she will cuddle. I mean, she will hug me when I come back. She will hug me. She will be so excited to see me, and she will like prepare food for me at the late night. She will do stuff for me. So all those things, good things, come to my mind. Actually, there's a list of it. So those good things come to my mind. So when those good things kick in, so I actually calm down. So we waited. I mean, until the next day. Then we had we communicate and talk about it. So asking, I mean, this goodness or be grateful about. I mean, grateful actually helps, because if I were to hot head and actually start blushing out things on her, I mean, it gets nowhere. I mean, both will just be in bad mood. So with that, oh yeah, and also yesterday, I also had a good lecture from her, about like giving free stuff, teaching people how to do this, how to do that. And in the end, I'm not getting anything. I'm not being paid for. So why am I doing this? But I know her intention is out of goodwill. She want to protect my interest. And again, I think of the her goodness and stuff. So, but also on the other side, some of the things that she mentioned is also true, which I should be taking some of those that is useful, and she apply them also. So with that, thank you for watching. And if you find this video or this content useful, do share it with your friends or loved one and make the world a better place. I'll see you at the next video. VS and GS.